Begin. There's one. That's no, he dropped it.
Come on, dude.
There's one. Oh God. There's two. So check this out, folks. I just challenged El Lee to a little bit of a battle here. So here's how it's going to go. In 1 minute, which of us can have these donkeys eat the most animal crackers? Okay, everyone has to just ignore Ringo for a minute. All right, so listen, there's would be a 1 minute timer. So I will go first if you'll take the camera.
All right.
Make sure you don't, if they bite my face off, you have to just stop filming immediately and call 911.
Just roll the footage. All right, go.
One, nope. There's one. Oh God. There's two.
That's so funny.
There's three. There's four. There's five. Get over your closing scene. There's six. There's seven. There's eight.
Oh my gosh.
There's nine.
I'm gonna have a tough test ahead of me.
There's 10. There's 11. There's 12.
10, 9, 8,
He dropped
7, 6,
13.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's it.
All right, so I see that there's 3 been dropped. So 13 minus 3 is 10.
Do you lose a point for them being dropped?
Huh?
Do you lose a point for the ones that are dropped?
No, they have to get it. They have to eat it. If they drop it, then no point. Remember, the rule is you have to move down. If one of them doesn't want it, you don't got to force it. You move to the next one and then come back again, okay?
I like your Fortnite hat.
Listen, I am like all congested. And just ignore everything about me today. However, even the guy who's congested about to dominate this challenge. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. There's one. That's no, he dropped it.
Yeah, come on.
You scared him? You're moving too fast.
What are they doing?
You're moving too fast. Get on their level. That's 2. Is that how you kiss girls?
Come on.
That is so weird.
Oh my, come on.
I'm dominating this, folks. That's 3. And you have 30 seconds left. Oh my God. There's 4. You finally, I am to eat one. I heard to eat one. Now you can't go to the same donkey. That's 5.
Okay.
Switch around. Look over here on the end. You got donkeys and one animal cracker. You got 15 seconds. You're scaring them when you move so fast. Buddy, do you just move it for kisses like that? You you're one of those kind of guys that jump in and just jump in there. Look, time. You're scaring her. Baby, I know. It's so sad the way LE does. Oh my goodness, what a blast from the past. I'm just getting a note from Jamie. Yes, I'll make sure I'm doing that. And let me see, where am I going again?
Cleveland.
Gotcha.
So at 2 o'clock.
Got it. Okay, I'll cut this short. Hey friends, Lester here. Good to see you all this morning. And thank you all for that little blast from the past video. That popped up on my memories this morning from 4 years ago. It seems like just yesterday, doesn't it? It just seems like yesterday when that happened. And that was a long time ago. So much has changed since then. I mean, think about it. The barn, you saw the barn was just the original U shape that Jamie and I had built ourselves. We had a lot of donkeys that we no longer have. We've moved a lot of those over to Jen and her family on their little farm. That's Jennifer. I know what you're seeing. You're seeing flies all over me. My friends, I don't know what we're going to do with our flies. Their flies are horrible. And I wanted to be outside. What you can hear, the noise that you hear, I see the comments, is the generator. We have no power. So I'm blessed that we have the generator that kicks on over here. And I chose this backdrop because this is the area they've been working so much on this week. You can see a lot of the progress on the spillway. You see, they also came by and they put out the spray seed yesterday afternoon, and so that's wonderful. Um, we got a lot of rain last night, which was not really wonderful, but it's okay because the spillway seems to be doing fine. My biggest concern was it was going to wash away a lot of that seed that they spread, that hydro seeding. And so I walked out this morning and everything, it seems to be fine, friends. It seems to be okay. I know they put that stuff in pretty thick, and they also mix it with like a shavings, like a pine shavings, so it has kind of a mixture. It's a very thick oatmeal type substance. And so it goes across the ground. It looks like a fresh snow when they've just put it out. But I walked out this morning and I've walked around and I can see some obvious runoff, but nothing major. And so I do hope, hi Tracy, I do hope that we're able to keep the grass seed growing. I know what you're all looking at. You're looking at that poor ostrich who wants to be out of that pasture so darn bad. Oh my gosh, if I have to deal with all of this, here we go already. Friends, you're not going to do this today. You're not going to do this. And if you're going to do it, you're not going to do it here. I swear on the Holy Bible, if there was a Bible around me, I would swear on it. I am about fed up with all of the crazy hate and anger and frustration that you're all feeling right now. I feel bad for you too. I feel bad that you wake up and it's only noon my time and you're already looking for someone to fight with. You're not going to find it here. I'm just going to laugh at you. I'm going to laugh at you and everyone else. I'm going to call attention to you. We can all laugh at you. But no, it's a whole lot going on and we're so blessed. You know, the crazy thing about yesterday is this. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. Two things, two major undertakings happened yesterday. And in one of those things, we were welcoming the rain. Yeah, I went out and got fertilizer yesterday from the feed store. And so I went out with my truck and the fertilizer buggy, and we spread all that fertilizer out. And so, in saying so, the fertilizer comes in little granules. And so, you actually want the granules to get wet because that will help them dissolve. And once they dissolve, they can become, they in fact kind of activate and start doing their magic in your soil. So we want to make sure we get rain for that, okay? And then at the same time that I'm over there spreading fertilizer, the crew is over here putting out the hydro seeding on that end of the spillway where we need that grass to start growing. We have to get some kind of Amelia, I know it's not everybody. It's a random few. It's a random few, a few rotten apples, if you will. There are a few rotten apples are on the page this morning, but you know what? It's okay. So you want to have those roots get into that soil and begin to kind of like hold that stuff in place when those heavy rains do come down. And if lo and behold, we didn't get heavy rains yesterday and last night and even this morning, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what? You could get mad and freak out if you want to. You can sit there and curse the heavens, but what good are you going to do? Yes, Stella's here. Hey, Vanessa, good morning, sweetheart. Yeah, Vanessa, you see Stella. You're so observant in every video. Vanessa watches the entire family, I think, and I read her comments a lot. And she notices everything. Vanessa doesn't look, Vanessa's eyes are not right here. You know, you ladies are always keep it right here, man. Keep it right here, fellas. Keep it all right here. You want everything to be right here, right? That's not how Vanessa operates. Vanessa's eyes are all over the darn place. She is all over the place. She sees everything, as do most of you ladies. See, that's the whole thing about you all. You want our eyes right here focused on you. I know I look half sick and crazy like this. You want our eyes focused on you, but you want to have the liberty to look at everything and notice all kinds of stuff in the background. I'm not Vanessa. That's me. Vanessa goes, yep, that's me. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. Move over so we can see the ranch. Oh my God, Karen, I'm already over. I'm slid over. It's okay, Karen. There you go. How about this over here, Karen? my goodness gracious. Are y'all going to make me sit this way the whole time? I'm just going to laugh it off, y'all. I'm going to brush it off and laugh. I tell you what, I'm just going to laugh it off. Come here, Stella. Come on, Chrissy, get on over here. Oh, who else is over here with me? Hi, sweetie. Here's our sweet Stella. Y'all give me a second over here. There's Stella. Has come up to love on her dad. Trixie, I see you back there, sweetie. Come on over here. Trixie, come on over. Trixie, I don't see Trixie. Trixie, no one wants to see your little nub. And Christmas is here too. She's over there laying in the doggy bed. Yeah, can you believe that Lester's wearing a hoodie here at the end of May? So along with all of the cooler temperatures, all of the little storms that have blown through here, so has some cool temperatures taken over. Now, listen, it's not cold, y'all. It's not cold. But the thing is, once you've been conditioned for the last couple of months to having, I don't know, upper 90s, even a couple of days that have passed 100, your body gets kind of used to wearing a very light t-shirt and just going about it. And all of a sudden you wake up and it's 66 degrees. Yeah, 66 degrees. I'm like, dang, it's cold today. So Jamie and I actually had our coffee inside because it was too cold. Isn't that ridiculous? Aren't we a bunch of whiners? I whine as much as you all whine, everybody. Kelly goes, it's a pecker party. Kelly. Pecker party, Kelly. Pecker party. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Nicolette said, I don't blame you. 66 degrees. Oh no, Trixie, you have to walk away, sweetie. Daddy's doing a live video and okay, everybody wants to look at Trixie, don't they? You want to all see Trixie. Trixie also had a birthday. She had a birthday. She sure did have a birthday. Yes, she did. Trixie's now 9 years old, my friends. Oh, I know. And then I have a vet visit this afternoon. Not for me. Oh, it looks like Shelly does not understand the humor in the pecker party. Well, that was because you missed the live yesterday. Anyone who doesn't really understand what Kelly's referring to over here, most people do. Oh, yeah, Heidi, hello, everybody. Heidi, hello. Heidi, hello. We had a gift that we received that I opened on a live video yesterday, and it was the cutest and funniest book that a lot of people were very upset about. Not my kind of people. No, if you were sitting there disgusted and grossed out and horrified at the little book that I was reading, the gift that I had received, well, I'll say you're not my kind of person, y'all. You're welcome to watch the channel for the animals and all the antics and whatnot, but you and I do not share the same sense of humor. Now, on the contrary, if you were one of the thousands and thousands of people who just thought that book was hilarious, and you're sitting there dying laughing in the comments, as was I trying to read that darn thing, then yes, you are my kind of person. You want to come out of there? Let me go open the gate for them birds. Can I go open the gate for them darn birds? Now, y'all have to promise me that you will not judge what I'm wearing, okay? Because I'm back to fuzzy Crocs and my warm camo shorts. All right, so let me go open the birds. Heidi, who said that? Oh, darn, I missed the comment. Guys, I am coming live from a couple of different places. I have Longhorn Lesters on Facebook and YouTube, which is where I am coming from. And I listen, I'm not going to talk politics. We all know that a historic thing happened yesterday, but we are not going to sit here and talk politics today. Not going to talk politics at all. You don't want to know my politics. I can promise you that. I'm actually not political whatsoever, but I do see you and I do hear you, but let's just not make today about that. Let's make it about the pecker party, shall we? I'm kidding. I'm going to go open that gate real fast. Well, I can't, because if you notice right there at the bottom of that gate is Tiny Tim. And what we don't want is Tiny Tim coming out, because you're not going to get Tiny Tim back in. Yeah, Tiny Tim will not go back in. If he weren't there, I would open the gate for sure and let Carl or Tad, whoever that is, come on out and hang out for a bit. But Tiny Tim's the one that worries me. Yeah, Tiny Tim's not going to get back in, guys. So sorry. I guess I'm going to have to just keep what I'm wearing hidden from you all. Y'all have to stop with all the pecker parties, because what may happen is YouTube or Facebook may see that and assume that we're up to no good, y'all. They may assume that we're up to no good over here. What kind of a guy's having a pecker party at noon? Who does that? Oh, it's that Longhorn Lester guy. Hi to hello, everybody. Hi to hello. So y'all give me one moment. I'm gonna have to wipe off my screen. There we go. Now it's a little bit clearer. There we go. All right. So where were we? No, let's talk a little bit about some recent videos. And I'm just going to remind you all again, I have a very nice audience. Thank y'all, friends, for joining me today at noon. I know that it's Friday. Some of you guys are overseas. So some of y'all, it's late. Someone a minute ago said it's 3 a.m. in Australia, and they're up watching a Longhorn Lester noon. Lunch with Longhorn Lester. Oh my gosh. I don't know why y'all watch camo. So people are reminding me of all the goofy things that have happened over the course of the years. Camo shorts, the little spoon was a couple that I had named. The pecker party, obviously from yesterday. Oh my goodness, look at all the times people are posting what time it is in their part of the country or their part of the world. And so how blessed are we to have you all here for this? I just hope I can make it worth your while. I know you're here for the animals, and Jamie and I just kind of like, we narrate throughout the day of what's going on with everybody, and kind of, you can see I have some limbs to pick up. Yes, we had quite the storms blow through here. And then Jeanette says, you're all over the place, Lester. You're all over the place. Maybe I am all over the place, but that's also a Lesterism. Lester's always all over the place. Hey, Teresa. Hi, Billy. Oh my gosh, Lori is back. Lori, it's about time to start seeing your name here again. Lori says she's had to take a break from social media. I was mad. I says, Lori, shame on you, girl. You can't be popping up in here saying, what did I miss? I've been off the chat. I've been away for a while. But she says, you know what? I've been busy. I've been trying to take a break from social media. And I will say this. I don't blame you, Miss Lori. Miss Lori, I don't blame you one bit. Social media has been such a blessing to us and a curse. You want to ask me, how is it a curse? I'm going to tell you. Let me just take this morning's video on Facebook, for example. I had gone to the sanctuary to do one of my drive-bys, okay? My little weekly drive over to the sanctuary to hang out, visit the animals, check up on things. And in that process, I was simply talking about the steps that you have to go through to accomplish certain jobs that have to be done, especially after a flood like the one that we had recently. I never said a word. I never even gave a inkling of a hint that I don't have enough work, that things are not getting taken care of, or I don't have enough help, things are not getting taken care of, things are never. But for a lot of the internet to just simply assume that this is Ellie and Megan's fault. This is all Ellie and Megan, all Ellie and Megan, Ellie and Megan, Ellie and Megan, Ellie and Megan, Ellie and Megan. If you don't know how I'm a very gentle man usually. I'm a very gentle man, but I was not feeling very gentle reading all of those people speculating and saying such horrible, horrible things about my pride and joy, the biggest blessing in my eldest son, LE. I think to myself, how can people be so blind and or here's a little slash, blind or just downright ignorant? I always thought that I hated to be called ignorant. I thought it was such a horrible word to someone to call you ignorant. But I realized that in reality, a lot of us are ignorant about a lot of things. And the fact that you would say that Ellie and Megan are worthless and that they're no good shows your ignorance. And I'm also going to tell you how much respect I have for LE in the fact that he does not give in and cower and take a knee to the demands of the gosh darn internet. Let me tell you how this happens. I will try to find ways to appease my audience. Jamie tries to find ways to appease her audience. Jake and Kim and my dad and Brienne and you name it. You go down the list of every creator who that I watch, that I know about, that I have a personal friendship with or a family relationship, and every single one of them, they find ways to make sure their videos appease the audience. LE, my son, is the only creator I know that says to hell with the audience. I'm not going to bend the knee. I'm not going to bend the knee for the demands of an audience who's never going to be happy. And so LE would never read a comment and go out there with his phone and try to capture the moment to make you happy, to appease you, so you'll get off of his ass. Ellie and Megan, they do work. They do plenty. They do more, and they have worked harder than what I thought they would in the year that they've lived there. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to a lot of these folks, because whereas Lester may get his camera and record me driving my lawnmower, you know how hard that is? Do you have any idea how hard it is for me to record the things that I try to record? Do you know how hard it is for Jamie to always set that camera up and move that camera around to record the things that she's trying to grab and capture? The same for my nephew, Jake. I love Jake. I love Brienne. I love my brother, Uncle Dan, my dad, boy. But LE's the one that he refuses, y'all. He refuses to bend the knee to all the demands. And I love that about him. It saddens me to see how, I'm going to say that word again, ignorant a lot of people are to assume that LE does nothing. When if you would just open your eyes and look around, be a Vanessa. Be a Vanessa. Here, this is going to be great. Oh, we're going to start a brand new word. Be a Vanessa. Next time you see a video recorded from the Plum Grove property, be a Vanessa. Stop being so tunnel vision into looking straight ahead and look around you. Oh, no. Well, yeah, I'm not going to even say your name. Someone says, I'm not going to sit here and be scolded. Well, then go away then. I'm not scolding you. I'm telling you to take and be a Vanessa and look at the surroundings around you and ask yourself, if there was no one working, then how would anything get done? The sanctuary looks wonderful, especially being that it went through a horrific flood a month ago. If you remember the 1st of May, that place was underwater. Be a Vanessa, y'all. Be a Vanessa. Hashtag that, y'all. Let's all do it for Vanessa. Hashtag be a Vanessa. Vanessa, I'm so sorry. Is Vanessa even still here? Be a Vanessa and notice things around you. Example, yes, there's a limb lying in my yard. Be a Vanessa and notice it. There's another limb laying in front of the gate. I bet Vanessa noticed it. Y'all should just be a Vanessa. And hey, this will be funny. This will be so darn funny, y'all. Listen to this. Just bear with me. Look, okay, hold on. This is going to be so darn funny. Watch. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to I'm a Survivor Sanctuary page, okay? I'm going to go to I'm a Survivor. Here I am. I'm on the I'm a Survivor page. I'm going to go down to this morning's video. Here we go. All right. Now, I've deleted. Okay, here we go. From this sweet lady named Verna. She says, maybe you could pick a day to let Ellie and Megan know they need a good night's sleep so that they will get up and help you. I'm going to click reply. I'm going to go hashtag. And I'm going to type in be a Vanessa. Okay. There we go. That's what I just now did right. Oh darn it. It updated. So every time that y'all good-hearted people who can see the bigger picture and you stop getting so focused on little narrow tunnel vision and you see people putting ridiculous things like that, could you just hashtag be a Vanessa? I think they'll get the hint. And Vanessa, I'm so darn sorry. We're gonna break the internet, y'all. We're gonna break the internet with this be a Vanessa, the hashtag. I think Vanessa's already gone. I think Vanessa's still here. Vanessa, I'm so sorry. Vanessa goes, I'm LOLing over here at what I've started. Vanessa, no, it's not what you started. It's what you're beautiful at doing, and it's noticing things around you and not being so tunnel vision into you have a Vanessa. I don't know if I'm getting this out correct, but there's so much beauty around us, and if we end up getting tunnel visioned and focused on the little minor things. And so what happened in the video was I simply drove to the sanctuary and I was talking about a single stretch of fence. I was saying people don't realize that this stretch of fence, probably 150 yards, maybe 200 yards of fencing, that is completely littered with debris from the flood. People don't realize that jobs like that is an entire day worth of work. That's all I said. That's all I said. And if the haters of Ellie and Megan didn't come out of the woodwork, because that was the spark that they needed to start screaming and hollering that Ellie don't do enough. Ellie and Megan sleep all day. Ellie and Megan this. Ellie and Megan that. I'm thinking, sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. And I'm not blocking and banning people for having an opinion, but I'm just telling you right now to your face that that's just plain ignorance, y'all, to not see what they do and then to respect the fact that they do without having to have that camera turned at every position to make sure they can capture what they're doing and how hard they're working, just to appease a never happy and you're never going to appease the audience on social media. So, okay, now the comments are getting to be really funny. So I'm going to go ahead and move off of that. The flies are horrible. Did I already tell you about the flies and how bad they are? Jamie found an aerosol, not this kind. You know, those kind are illegal. I think they probably gave everybody cancer. I don't know for a fact. But you can't buy those anymore. But now you can buy a room spray that will eliminate flies. And so if we ordered 2 cans of that, we're going to try it out. Believe it or not, it was suggested, it was recommended by some of you all about how well it works around the barn, around inside the house. Flies get into our house by the front door. I don't know if the air pulls them in, but for some reason, we open the door and a few flies come in. We go out and a few flies come in. The dogs have to go out. We open the door for the dogs and a few more flies come in. Next thing you know, we have the fly swatter and we're going at 100 flies or more. And we can't find anything to keep the flies out of the house. I even put the big fan to blow across the door, which would hope to kind of push the flies away and keep them out of the doorway. That doesn't work either. I don't know what it is, y'all. So Rebecca says that's the same thing that happens at her front door. So Rebecca, how do you stop it? Oh, where did it go? Rebecca, I lost you. Darn it, Rebecca. Oh, Sharon says, so lucky I don't have flies. Well, Sharon, you are lucky. Consider yourself blessed. Now, Sharon, I don't have flies. It says the guy with flies crawling across my cap. But flies are really bad around the farm. So, and I don't think it's only farm. So Cindy says you should get a screen door. Cindy, am I going to just vaporize right through the screen? Even a screen door has to be open, my love. Even a screen door must be open to let me walk in or walk out. And my dogs just can't do a Harry Potter and walk right through it. We don't have an invisibility cloak to put over us and just go right through the screen. So yes, a screen door would be nice if you wanted to have the door open but keep the flies out. But a screen door is not going to stop flies from coming in when you open that screen door. And then, oh Lordy. Hey, A fly zapper by the door. Oh, this is what about the screen door? You can walk through that will come back and stick itself back together. Yeah, we had one of those, but that did not work well with our dogs or the cats. It's more like a mesh. Anywho, all right, so where were we? Let's get off the subject of Ellie and Megan. Let's get off the subject of the power being out. Oh, I think Tiny Tim's gone. Do y'all want to go let some birds out for a little bit? All right. I'm just wondering who all is going to try to come out if I open the gate for the birds. I don't see anyone else over there. Hope no one was watching my ridiculous looking shorts. Come here, birds. Come here, babies. Well, there goes the big birds. I thought they would come up and visit with us, but they're not going to. Starla wants to come out, but we're not letting her out. Hey, Starla. Hey, sweetie. Well, now I have two birds running around the yard. Don't worry, Jamie's not going to be upset with me because she's actually okay with the birds being out right now. All of the garden is being reworked. A lot of times this time of year, you'll start tearing out your garden that's already produced for you, and you'll start planting your new garden, the things that can grow easier during the heat of the summer. Corn, melons, I forgot what else Jamie plants this time of year, but no, we have two gardens here. We have two summers, you might say, two summer gardens. One we plant very early spring, and it produces and everything, and we've already gotten a lot of fruits and veggies off of that garden. And then right now it's time to start cleaning all that up and planting the second garden. Ann says, I'm still in my PJs. Ann, I envy you. I envy you. I've already been over to the JL, took care of Sadie, checked on everything going on over there. Oh, big news. Let me see if I can find a snippet of a video that I can show you all. Trixie, guys, I'm not petting myself. That's Trixie here in my lap. That's, if you see me moving kind of weird, it's Trixie, okay? I tell you what I did yesterday. It was a fiasco.
We almost have this. Go.
I'm trying to show
Girl,
you something.
Jezebel. Okay, you know what?
So yesterday was fun. The video will come out today at 3 o'clock on YouTube. 3 o'clock on YouTube. It's going to be on Longhorn Lester's 3 o'clock on YouTube. And it will also come out, I think, on Sunday morning on Facebook. I already have it scheduled. But I'll tell you what. Oh, no. Where is it? This might be a little bit of it. Here we go. All right, we almost have this. Go. Girls, you need to hurt Jezebel. Okay, you know what? Shh. I don't even know what I'm saying. This is not very Longhorn Lestrish, is it? But it worked. Oh boy, he's not happy. Jezebel, get your butt out of here. Y'all bear with me for a minute. Yes. Right. So what happened yesterday was monumental. I took some time and I moved all of the Longhorns over into the pasture there where Mr. Ed just finished cutting the hay. And then I had to find a way to get the females back out and leave the males, the bulls. So that was quite the fiasco. It ended up being a 36-minute video that I was able to cut down to about 12 or 13 minutes. My friends, it was not easy. It's the most action-packed and full of action video, full of action video you're going to watch in a long time. So if y'all run across that video either today on YouTube or Sunday morning on Facebook, it'll be worth your time. Get your coffee, grab your popcorn, and y'all have some fun watching Lester attempt to earn his title, Longhorn Lester, and move those bulls. I will admit, I'll go ahead and let you know right now that I was so happy that they stayed all night. I stayed with them for a long time. Hold on. I'm going to read this out loud, Lewis. Okay. Longhorn Lester, didn't mean any disrespect to anyone in the comment I made. I just see you and Jamie working so hard to keep up with 3 properties. I have enjoyed your videos from day one. I was just asking a question and I'm getting jumped on from all sides. I guess I will keep my questions to myself. My apologies. So Lois, you don't need to apologize. Let me just go ahead and remove that real fast. And no one should be messing with Lois right now. No one should be messing with anybody, y'all. Sometimes those who are trying to defend somebody can be worse than those who made a general statement or a comment. So that's why I've made ideas for those folks who feel like they want to help defend and just simply say, hashtag be a Vanessa. Done. And there's no hard feelings. No one's going to freak out. No one's going to go crazy. Or hashtag PPAT. And then, hey, that you don't have to be mean to anybody, y'all, because that's not nice. And we have to start and remain. The change has to start from within, right? Everyone knows that change has to start from within. And in saying so, we can't let those trying to defend the page be as mean or even more mean than those who made a comment. So everyone knows that sometimes we can react differently to stuff, and I don't want to keep harping on this. I really want to get off of it already, but no one needs to apologize to me. Just remember that when you make a comment about someone's flesh and blood, even though your comment is not said to me as we're sitting face to face, it is, because we read the comments. Hi to hello there, Lois. When you read the comments and those comments are negative or about your children or about your family or about your partner or about anything about your property, I understand you're entitled to your opinion. Absolutely. But here goes the but. I don't think that most of us would ever attack someone's child or parent or sibling or partner or even each other if in fact we were in the same room, or if we in fact came into contact with each other on a regular basis, if we went to the same church, if we saw each other in the same restaurant, or we passed each other on the same roads. I think that the internet has given us a really negative and false sense of security and safety. And everyone jokes you can hide behind the keyboard and whatnot, but that's not what we want to do. We don't want to have that kind of a page, y'all. We don't want to have that kind of a page. And forgive me if I continually strive to make the page a happy place for everybody. But I don't know how to not address things when I feel like certain things need to be addressed. I didn't come on to scold anybody, y'all, and no one should be here trying to scold other people. Let's just learn and let's get back to the way it was when we were younger. Remember how we always joke about the generation, and every one of us are around the same age. maybe a few years older or a few years younger than I am, and that's fine. But ultimately, we all come from around the same upbringing, right? Would you agree with that? We all come from the same general upbringing. And we also all kind of talk poorly of the new generation, and we all worry about where's our world going to be, what's going to happen to our country, and when this generation gets up in age, right, and they start running the darn place. But listen, do you not realize that when we go onto the internet and start making those kind of statements, that we are becoming a part of the problem? Mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You're making it to where there can no longer be a happy place. And you don't want to take away someone's sanctuary, someone's peace, someone's happy place. Because there's a lot of people who do read comments just like Lester does. And we have to be the change if we want to continue to have a happy and inviting place. We have to be that change, y'all. And so it's not just the people who are making those nasty snide comments, but it's also the people who are trying to be helpful who are replying to them. So even in that, let's try to find a way to be kind and polite, okay? I don't know. I was never blessed with the gift of gab. I can gab plenty, but I don't always pick and choose my words properly. I wish I was a better spoken man. I've always said that. And unfortunately, y'all have put up with me for 7 years now, and I really am trying to find my words. But there's a special sting when you see someone mention your child, and no matter what, a 24-year-old is still my child. He's still my child. And whereas Lex, being his age, is my child, but he's still officially a child. Ellie may not be considered a child, but he's still my child. And so now here y'all go. Lester, you do have the gift of gab. I may have the gift of blabber. I can blabber all kinds of stuff. So anywho, let's just try to be kind, y'all. If we want to change that culture, let's just try to find a way to be kind to each other. I don't even know where I was at now. That is my curse right there. I do lose my train of thought so fast. Oh no. Well, someone's only 37, so I'm a lot older than this person. Doesn't matter. Even at 37, you still know that there's a problem with the newer generation in the way they think, the way they act, or lack of act, maybe the lack of thinking. I don't know. And we do worry about our future, y'all. I think that we all worry about our future with this younger generation. But you know what they always say, and this is so true. You ready to hear this over here? This is not from Lester. This is a quote that I read that is so darn true. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. And weak men or women create hard times. Hard times create or build strong men. Y'all get it? Y'all get how it all loops around? And so in saying so, I can only remember back to my grandfather and what an amazing and hard worker he was. And then he lived in a very hard time. World War II, the Great Depression. You all know the era that he lived through, and you know the kind of things that made him a strong man. He and my grandmother had to be strong, very strong. There's our friend. Hello. We were talking about you. You want to come by and visit? Come show us your second eyelid. Y'all, look at his second eyelid. His first eyelid's fine. So's his third. It's that middle eyelid that is giving him a little issue. Show us your second eyelid, sir. Turn around the other way. Show us your second eyelid. So don't forget, birds have 3 eyelids, and Tat has a infected second eyelid. And we have flushed it, and we have flushed it, and we have flushed it, and it will not heal. It will not heal on its own. Stella, you're not going to chase these birds. Sorry, y'all. Stella's like, my daddy. That's my daddy. Stella, you can share me, Stella. Baby, you can share me with them birds. Bye, sweetie. We love you. Stella, get back over here. Stella does not want to share me with anybody. Stella. Yeah, so talking about my grandfather. So listen, so the hard times that he and my grandma had to live through, they helped change the time and they helped create better times. So then when my dad and my mom were born and coming up, times were still hard, but not as hard. And they lived through some pretty easy, they lived through easier times. Vietnam era, the 70s, you know. And then, of course, all of us kids are born. And because of the hard work from those like my grandfather and those from my parents, it made times easier for me and my siblings, right? So, you know, I can honestly say that I don't think life has been that difficult. Yeah, the economy's up and down, and you know, you have your natural disasters here and there. Yeah, hey, natural disaster, you know, who you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you still have a work ethic, but whereas I don't have to work as hard as my dad did, and my dad doesn't have to work as hard as his dad did. And so LE and Lex are living in good times, and they will not have to work as hard as all of us did. All of us, because we're all in the same age era. Now listen to me. Here comes the scary part, and you know it's true. You ready? How many can raise their hand and you can take a look at the world and admit that we're headed in a really bad direction? And what may have been good times are getting worse and worse and worse. And so the generation coming up, or can I just say a weaker generation, are going to have some really hard times. And this weaker generation that's coming around is going to have to find a way to step it up. And then their children will have to step up even more. And it's going to take, it's a cycle, my friends. It's a cycle. And this cycle is going. And I don't know about my great grandfather and how hard they had to work. I don't know when the last easy times were for people. But I'll tell you what, good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. It just never goes, never going to stop. It's never going to stop, y'all. So, boy, I don't know where that came from. I feel like I'm kind of like a philosopher today. Yeah. I'm at the point of my life where I'm going to start answering some questions. Y'all have any questions? And here's the thing, I don't really think of a whole lot more to tell you. Hydro seeding done. We still are waiting on the guys to bring the sod, but that's not us, y'all. That's not us. We paid for all of that to be done. That's all a part of the consultants. That's what they talked about. We have a list of all the things that we need to have done and the order of doing all of those things. And so we are following that to the T. So as of right now, all of the tractors have been here. They've done their part, and they've gone. They've dropped off the rock. They've redone the digging. They've put in the new clay, and they've done all they have to do. And then yesterday, the seed guys showed up to get the hydro seeding done, and they couldn't do the sod because they had to give the hydro seed a couple of days, up to a week or so, to whatever, and then they'll bring the sod, and then that part will happen. So all we're hoping for, with our fingers crossed, is a little bit of rain is good. Some sunshine would be nice. You want to get that seed to germinate and get going, and then we will be fine, hopefully. And of course, our fingers are all crossed on that. So that's what's going on here at this property, at the Longhorn Lester property. The birds, the goats, the 3 donkeys, and the pigs. Those are the only residents, along with our dogs and cats, who are living on this property. The pigs will be staying. For those who are confused about why the pigs are here, the pigs will be staying here at Longhorn Lester's. We were unsure how they would do here, but we've discovered that they actually enjoy the ability to root around in the soft clay, the dirt. They love going into the creek. They're getting plenty of exercise. They're taking their walks. They're very active, a lot more than what I thought they would be. And so the pigs are going to stay. As far as the donkeys, well, let me finish the pigs. I know that Ellie and Megan were a little bit disappointed in the fact that we wanted to keep the pigs, but I let them know that the fact that we had to scramble and hire help to move the pigs during that last flood was scary for us. It was scary for us, and I don't know if anyone realizes how close we may have been to possibly losing the pigs. Now, they can swim, but who's to know if they could have swum and found the right place to go? There's no guarantee. Just because our sweet Patty from Hurricane Harvey found a way to survive does not mean that every pig did. So we're going to keep the pigs here. They'll be safer here because there is going to be more flooding with that Plum Grove property. You don't know when, but it's going to happen. As far as the donkeys, we all know the little pony, Ivy, has to stay with Bucky's and Voodoo. So she'll stay where she's at over at the JL. As far as the three donkeys here, Dan, Imogene, and Beverly, they're doing fine here. We don't have the best grass for them right now, but we do hope this grass will pick up and go, and they'll be fine. We could possibly move them back to the sanctuary as long as we understand that when flooding does happen again, the donkeys are a trip all in themselves. They're a trip back and forth with a truck and trailer. And so I just kind of worry about the what ifs of moving donkeys back too soon. They're fine here. They're just not getting the best of nutrition as of right now. It's going to take a while for our grass to restore itself. Everyone knows this. We've talked about it 100 times, but it could be this time next year before we finally get a good, sustainable grass. And that's weather permitting. You never know what the weather's going to do, okay? So that's what's going on over here with these animals. Over at the JL Ranch. Oh, I'm so excited for y'all to watch that video at 3 o'clock today. And of course, YouTube today, Facebook on Sunday morning. I already have it scheduled. But we do have the bulls in the smaller 10-acre pasture. Friends, there's tons of grass out there. Even though Mr. Ed cut, there's still a 5 or 6 inch grass. It's growing up thick. It was just fertilized yesterday. And Mr. Ed said you can still bale hay off pastures that are being grazed, just not overly grazed. So our plan is to continue letting the feed buggy go back and forth so the bulls will have access to the feed buggy. They'll also have access to grass. And we still hope that with the fertilizer and the right amount of rain, we'll still get a wonderful crop, a hay crop, come probably July, end of June, maybe July, for our second cutting of hay. And as a matter of fact, we might even be able to bale the hay where the horses are at. As of right now, the 15-acre pasture where the horses are all grazing, it has the grass out there is so thick, strong and healthy. There's no weeds. And Mr. Ed said you can absolutely bale that hay. So on his next time coming through here, which, like I said, will be June or July, end of June, maybe July, with fertilized pastures and with enough rain, not too much, but, have enough, we'll be able to get a really nice hay crop. All right, finally, the sanctuary property, the hay is looking fantastic. It's too wet for Mr. Ed to cut it right now. Don't forget, the river covered that entire pasture recently, and so it's going to take a while to get that hay, the ground to dry out enough to drive tractors across it. But it's going to give us a fantastic crop of hay. So thank you all for asking about the hay and the animals at the properties. All of the animals at the sanctuary are sanctuary animals that probably can't really go and be anywhere else. The Nate and the Cornholio, some that we love dearly, but they belong at the sanctuary, friends. Whereas the donkeys can adjust to being anywhere, Nate and Cornholio would not last a week here. They wouldn't. Those predators would get them and they would not last a week here. Y'all, you know what I'm saying is true. You might not like it, but you know it's true. Little Gary is not doing real well, for those who keep asking, but I think we have a plan in place that's going to help him a lot. I'm going to tell you something, and you're not going to like to hear this, but I have to go ahead and tell you that Tex has been mean to little Gary. Tex, not Waylon. Waylon and little Gary are buddies, but Tex has been mean to him. And I've watched Tex chase him around, and Gary should not and cannot be running. So I think that the reason Tex likes to move him around is because he doesn't like watching Gary get up close and personal with the ladies. And even though we all know Gary can't do anything necessarily, he can still walk up and smell them. And Tex does not want anyone to smell on his ladies. Sorry, ladies, but that's just, Tex is a jealous type, okay? Tex is a very jealous type. And so he wants no one to even sniff around on his lady friends. So right now we have Gary, Waylon, and Tex. It's all on my video today at 3 o'clock, Facebook on Sunday morning, in the pasture together, and they're not bothering each other at all. They don't care. They could care less about each other and what they have hanging between their legs. They could care less if there's no ladies around. And as long as there's no ladies around, there's not going to be any fighting. There's not a reason to fight. It's like Carl and Tat. When there's no ladies around, they're fine. They only start fighting when they're trying to show off for the ladies. The same way it was in high school or middle school, ladies. The boys are only going to fight when you're around. Okay? If y'all would just back away, the guys would stop fighting. Learn that little rule, ladies. Tell your daughters and your granddaughters that if they ever go out and they're at a bar, at a club, and guys want to start fighting, if the girls just walk away, the guys will stop. It's true. It's so sickening, but it's true. All right. I did not do a bag report because I've told you guys I'm going to let Jamie do that. I'm going to ask Jamie to walk amongst the cows and give you her bag report. She's better at that than I am. I know. It's not very long. Yes, it's the hussies. Thank you, Kelly. It's the hussies. The hussies got to back away. Let the guys will get along fine. Think about this for a minute. Ladies, think about this for a minute. You never see guys fighting when they're playing darts, when guys are off having a couple of beers, when guys are off at a football or a baseball game, even hockey. Well, they might fight during hockey. They may still fight during hockey. But guys only really want to fight when girls are around. I don't know why. Ladies, you bring out the worst in us, okay? You bring out the worst in us, but don't leave because we would not know what to do without you, okay? We would not know what to do without you. Life would not be one worth living if there were no ladies around, okay? I've already given you a spillway report, Trisha. You're coming in late, I think, but it's right there behind me, and it looks wonderful. The spillway's looking great. I would walk out there, but I'm afraid I would lose my signal. Okay. Okay, well, listen, I think that's everything. I'm not seeing a whole lot of other questions. The only last question that's popped up a few times is about Phoebe. Phoebe. Okay, so listen, Phoebe is not our dog. She's not our puppy. She does belong to Ellie and Megan, and we've been babysitting for a couple of days, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, no, you did not. Hold on, y'all. We're going to all have one good laugh before we leave this live. I am so embarrassed. Chris, I love you to death, okay, y'all? I love this girl to death. She is a breast cancer survivor, and she has an amazing testimony and a wonderful story to share. And she comes up, as much as I love her, and this is what she wants to share with us all. I can't get a guy to come sniff on me to save my life. Chris McKenzie Thompson, I love her, y'all. Y'all give her a laugh, okay? Y'all give her a laugh. She deserves it. And then Chris, that's funny. Listen, I'm gonna let you guys go now. It was a very nice live, okay? It was a very nice live. I thank you for allowing me to get some stuff off my chest. Thank y'all for allowing me to vent about those few things. And remember, Vanessa, I joke with you, but you know it was all in love and respect. And I do admire the way a lot of people can look around at a video. You want to hear something funny before I let you go? And this is something that I had to actually teach Ellie and Megan, because in their video making, sometimes they would focus only on what they're looking at, not focused on what was around them. And so I would always tell them that when you make videos of the sanctuary, especially, people are going to look around. They're not going to only focus on what you're videoing. So you may be watching your cat or your goat or your chicken or whatever they're videoing, but around them, people are watching other things. So you have to be extra clean, extra tidy, extra cautious of what you're videoing, because people are going to notice. The Vanessas of the world are going to notice, y'all. Trixie! Trixie! Guys, I am Trixie! This was a thank y'all for watching. We love you so very much. And thank you, Trixie, for really ending it with a, tell you what, have a fun day, y'all. We love you so much. 3 o'clock, YouTube. Y'all better be there. Then again on Sunday morning on Facebook. We love you and we're blessed. Thank y'all so much. We'll catch you on the next video, okay? Trixie, did you really do that, sweetie?